Wow, what a big week we have in store for us. Wednesday, it is the full super blue eclipse moon, which is a whole bunch of things at once that pretty much say time to pay attention to this. And the thing that's important about this is that this is the companion set of eclipses to things that were started in all of our lives between February last year and August of last year. This will either bring it to fruition or do a continuation of it, but those are the issues that we're dealing with, and I think everybody needs to know where in their life that issue is going to be. So for the sign that we're in for Aquarius, it is in the 7th house of partners and open enemies for Aquarians everywhere. The moon is in their sign, and what it is doing is bringing attention to what the Aquarian wants and what the Aquarian needs. And I'd love to tell you, oh, they should consider their partners, but they're really not likely to do that. It's more about giving the Aquarian what the Aquarian has been working for since last year. For Pisces, this energy is in the 6th house of work and the 12th house of your own undoing. And to Pisces everywhere, I say, just pay attention to your job. Do your job to the very best of your ability. Don't worry about what your colleagues are doing. Don't worry about your coworkers are doing. Really put the attention on you and your own particular performance. And this will get you either brownie points with the boss, help you advance your career down the road, or finish up what was started last August. For Aries, this is, I think, the most fun time to have an eclipse. It's in their 5th house of love affairs, children, sports, amusements, pleasures, and their 11th house of hopes, wishes, goals, and objectives. And I think it either brings new love to Aries or heightens an existing love to Aries. And the creative principle is really favored. In Aries, you can give birth to a child of your mind, something that's kind of been cogitating since last February and August, and start to either bring it to fruition, actually bring it to life, or put things in place so it does come to life over the next 6 months or so. For Tauruses, they have their hands full. They really want to do stuff outside the house, but everything inside the house is really dragging Tauruses to pay attention there. This eclipse is continuing what was started last summer at home for Tauruses, and I think they're going to try and find a way to downsize a little bit and to get their lives to something that they can manage. For Geminis, it's in their 3rd house of day-to-day living and the 9th house of long-distance travel. And to Geminis everywhere, I say, check the law before you go any further. Make sure you know that you're on solid legal standing before you start making either decisions or reaching out to people or coming to conclusions that'll end up being written in stone, because I'm not so sure that you have all the facts in order to make an informed decision. And the light of this full moon will show you where it is that you've been a little bit remiss. For Cancers, this is an interesting full moon because it's in their 8th house of other people's resources. So rather than trying to try and find new resources to tap, you want to look around, and this bodes well for the United States as well, to look around at its existing resources and try and find a way to capitalize on them and maximize them. But it's about money in the United States, and I can't help but think it has something to do with cryptocurrency, although I don't know what. For Leos, this is their eclipse. The eclipse, the moon is in Leo, which is their sign. The sun is in Aquarius. And Leos really, they get to shine. This is something that Leos have been trying to do, I want to say, for almost 18 years. And this eclipse finally brings it into being. And they get the public image that they want. They get the professional recognition they want. They could get a new job if that's what it is that they want. And probably something they've been campaigning for since last summer comes to be. For Virgos, this is an eclipse where they have to be really careful not to shoot their mouth off, because Virgos think they're smarter than everybody else, and they think that they know how to do everything better than everybody else, and they're going to end up getting the thankless job of doing it. The more they complain, the more likely they are to get the job to actually do it, and they have to be careful for it not to take a toll on their health, because it's going to require a huge amount of effort, a lot of energy, and I'm not so sure Virgo's going to be happy with the results. So if you're going to complain, be ready to get the job to fix it. For Libras, this is a great place for them. This eclipse helps the Libra achieve a long-standing hope, wish, goal, or an objective through the help of their well-placed male friends. And again, this is also something taking what might be a child of your mind and giving birth to it, or finding some sort of passion and expanding it to where it gets to be something tangible and real. But it's going to take the help of your male friends to make you, to get you towards that goal. For Scorpios, this is the best time to just sit back and shut up and not say anything, although the energy of the eclipse is going to make them feel like they need to say something, they need to stand up, they need to make a stand. They have to be really careful not to get their legs chopped out from under them for doing so. This is the time where they really kind of want to sit back and see what shakes out. And it's sort of like you have the right to remain silent, Scorpios, but I'm not so sure you're going to have the ability to do so. So they have to be really careful with who it is they irritate. Even if they're right, they have to be really careful with who they irritate because they don't have the kind of leverage they think that they have. For Sagittarians, this is an eclipse that calls attention to their day-to-day living, what it is they do, how it is they do their schedule. They may get an opportunity to go back to school to learn something very useful about their world, but the biggest thing for Sagittarians is that the law's on your side. When the law's on your side, you want to go ahead and use it. So to Sagittarians everywhere, Wednesday says you get what it is that you said that you want. For Capricorns, the last time we're going to talk about, this energy is in their second house of money and their eighth house of other people's money, other people's resources. Other people will find themselves unusually willing to help out the Capricorn. It's a good time to ask for a loan. It's a good time to join forces with somebody so you can combine your money to make something better happen. But something new comes to light on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday that changes how the Capricorn thinks about their financial position and what it is. I don't know whether it's a better job, a better opportunity, but I know that if they play their cards right, they end up with more money as a result of it. So that is tomorrow's news today for the 12 signs of the zodiac with the super blue moon, blue full moon eclipse on Wednesday. So it's a lot of words. See you next week.